Hasselblad magic. Modern smartphone industry has very big crisis and stagnation. No true innovation, repackaging of old recycled and reused technology, and trying to sell us the same phone year after year in the new shiny box. Speaking about the box, look what I have bought. This is Oppo Find X7 Ultra. Spoilers, this could be the portrait king of all smartphones and maybe potentially best camera phone of the year. This is nice package. We got nice matte protection case, cable, 100-watt charger in the box, pre-applied protection film on the screen. This is what I call environmentally friendly. This is what I call premium package. Where are you? Apple? Samsung? Sony? Who even does not include a damned cable in the box. I love this design. A leather-like back, big stylish camera module with Hasselblad branding. This logo is not just for marketing, as you'll know soon. Screen is large, approximately 6.7 inches, but it feels very lightweight in the hand because of sleek round edges and waterfall screen. Despite large camera bump, it feels very balanced in the hand. You can even place it on your finger and hold it this way. Before we go further, I want to give you some notes. Oppo uses a very unusual and clever way to achieve results similar to a photo taken with a real camera through computational photography, which uses very precise and delicate settings. The result is very soft and pleasing to the eye and is very natural and real. And this is Vivo. He uses a completely different method, where he directly and sharply creates details with artificial intelligence by computational photography, which gives a very detailed and sharp picture and can do a completely professional retouching of face, while adding light and shadows where necessary, which looks incredibly impressive. These are completely two different approaches, fundamentally different, but not inferior to each other. Subscribe so you don't miss the battle of the titans, which I consider to be the best camera phones of our time and perhaps the best phones you can buy today. Let's go further. Screen is bright and very colorful, but with noticeable green tint when looking from the angles. And spoilers, I do not feel eye strain and pain from pulsations. For example, Samsung S24 Ultra gave me nightmares in this regards. I immediately bought nice case with Qi magnetic system to charge it magnetically. Wireless charging speed is 50 watt. It charges wirelessly faster than Samsung and Apple by wire. By wire, I can charge it from 0 to 100 for around 20 to 30 minutes. It has some battery protection, but it only stops charging overnight at 80%. I wish it had hard stop, but okay. Waterfall screen can give hard time to find screen protection. I bought hydrogelic film, but attaching it is not an easy task. I even had to completely remove first one after dust got inside. In theory, scratches should heal itself after 24 hours, but in reality, signs of them will last forever. So be accurate. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 gives plenty of CPU and GPU powers. Accurate GPS, I have 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage. Said that there is no 1 TB version available, and all this for $900. Heat management is nice. I have never felt it getting noticeably warm to distract me from using it. Speakers are loud and have distinctive tonality range. Can't say that they are the best on the market, but definitely in the line with flagship market. Take a listen. By the way, neat feature is ability to use clone system. It uses separate password and fingerprint, and you can have two phones at once. In combination with side mute button that has second option that is called VIP, that blocks all spine trackers, cameras, microphone, GPS, also ability to record phone calls, and you can have nice ninja phone in your pocket. Color OS is good. Haptic vibration and feedback is attached to almost everything on system, lots of customizations and built-in features, but this is Chinese ROM device and have some quirks. For example, all Chinese firmware devices kill background tasks and notifications to preserve battery life. There is no Android Auto, and the most enrageous, which is the fault of Google, inability to connect smartwatches on Wear OS, because Google signed contract with Samsung and decides for you which device can and which cannot use Wear OS smartwatches. This is purely artificial software restriction because of Google policy. I tried to download hacked version of software and even was able to connect Galaxy Watch to the phone, but could not get notifications and calls, only Find My Phone feature worked. Google, F you. And the most important part of this device, cameras, with Hasselblad black magic and trickery that I never seen being used in any smartphone before. It has quad camera system with 4 modules, all for 50 megapixels, for extra room to bin pixels in computational chemistry, 2 almost 1-inch sensors, wide and telephoto, and out of this world algorithms for people and masking hairs in portrait mode, which uses bokeh balls from Hasselblad's iconic lenses. Can't wait to test this device with attachable lenses. By the way, Sirui needs to make version 2 for this set of lenses, because cameras start to grow and they already can't cover the whole sensor, and it becomes harder and harder to place it directly on the model because of the size. Let's see some examples. This is one of the first photos that I made with it. Just look at the details and overall contrast of the image. This was made on very cloudy day, and as you can see, it was made on the go. I shot it while moving, and it still was able to make such a nice image, even with portrait mode. This is a very good start. This photo is not particularly good, but I want you to understand that it was made in atrocious lighting condition inside the elevator. I am so amazed how this device takes images, not just details, but contrast, depths. You know, this is 3-dimensional. I can feel the texture, I can feel object. And once again, in the atrocious lighting condition inside the elevator. This photo was made on 3x zoom. And you know, this is where I understood this is DSLR or mirrorless camera quality. This is not raw power of the sensor, it uses computation and some algorithms with Oppo and Hasselblad alchemy. This is combination of hardware and, first of all, software. I am very amazed. And by the way, I want you to pay attention not only for the details, for example, eyes, eyebrows, skin, texture. I want you to feel how this smartphone adds contrast, adds depth, light and shadow. You know, these photos seems like they are 3-dimensional, not flat. I'm so used for smartphones to take bad pictures, for example. This is S24 Ultra, this is not apples to apples, but this photo on the left is made closer to the window with better lighting. Just look, just look at this. Not apples to apples, but I promise I won't bash Samsung further, I just want to prove a point. This is algorithms from the future on the right, this is Oppo, and this is algorithms of the past era. This was made inside a car. We got very harsh shadow from the car and very bright sunlight outside. This scene is very contrasty, it will show us HDR, and look at this. Just look at the details. And not only details, once again, please look at the contrast levels, look at the depths. This gives me DSLR and mirrorless vibes, for example, like I'm shooting APS-C, Sony, Canon, Nikon camera, you name it. This is once again inside a car. I used some pre-installed filters. Ooh, I like this. I can zoom in and still see a lot of details. Texture, I can see contrast. Just look at this. This is not the best photo in the world, but for some reason I like it very much. For the first glance, it looks like a very basic photo, but I want you to understand that it was made inside the car while moving on the highway with 6x periscope zoom. By the way, 6x zoom is the worst in the Oppo. And look at this. We still got nice results. This is ultra-wide night photo. Not best in the world, but this is how S24 Ultra, Samsung's phone of the future, looks like with the same lighting conditions. Yeah. Neither looks great. Sorry, I promised not to mock Samsung too much. One last time. I promised, but this is last time. Can you guess where is the phone of the future? And where is Oppo? 6x periscope zoom. Not the greatest. Because 6x periscope and selfie camera are not great in the Oppo. But I still feel like this is very, very usable. Even if I zoom in. Once again, 6x periscope. Not greatest, but this is very good. Considering it was night, it was atrocious city light. I'm very pleased with this result. Night shot, even without zooming in, I already can tell very nice contrast, very nice depth, good use of artificial bokeh, good use of computation, and yeah. I think that we found portrait king of all times in the smartphone technology. Here some ultrawide at night, without zooming in. Not the greatest photo in the world, but I do not see any noise, and if we zoom in, we can even see some details. Not bad. This was made on 6x periscope zoom. 6x is not good, but I want you to look at this. This is portrait mode, and phone still tries to accurately cut out all hairs without too many artifacts. This is the first time in my life on this planet I see that smartphone makes such nice, accurate cutouts of hair. This is Selfie. I can't tell that I'm pleased with the performance, especially on video, you know? Not bad, but not great either. I wish Oppo had better selfie camera. Some selfie portrait, not the best, gives me somewhat Samsung vibes, but this is portrait mode. Nice cutouts of hair. I can't see any artifacts at all. This is night mode inside train. It was pitch black. I could not see anything at all with my naked eyes. I can't see any noise at all. Very nice algorithms. Not good, but train was moving like crazy and it was pitch black. Could not see anything with my eyes. Here, once again, night mode. If we zoom in, you will see that picture is not great for the first glance, but you need to understand that I could not see all these details with my naked eyes. Here how it really was in reality. One more photo of night mode. This person was lit just by his phone, no more lights at all in the moving train, and no noise at all. Can even see sky outside the window. Ultra-wide shot. Not the best in the world, but the most important part that I like in this phone, how it renders colors and how it gives depth by using contrast and algorithms to light and dark parts of the image. More ultra-wide shots. You know, If we are talking about purely details, for example for landscapes, Oppo is not best here. But portraits, I just can't stop being amazed. This was made at night. I literally could not see anything. It was pitch black. I could not even see for 1 meter outside of this fire. Not bad for the ultra-wide camera module. Also night mode. I could not see anything with my naked eyes, only some parts of the body that was lit by the fire. Night mode selfie, not good at all, but no, not good. No, selfie camera is not very good in Oppo. And this is 6x periscope at pitch black night conditions. You will see soon that it is better to make crop from the main sensor rather than use 6x at night. Here you can see this is 6x periscope and this is 3x. If we zoom in, we can see a lot more details on the crop from the 3x sensor. By the way, in reality I could not see anything of this. It was pitch black conditions. I easily can see myself printing this and hanging on the wall. Oh, I love these colors. If you zoom in on the landscape photos, you can see that there are not a lot of crisp details, but this gives me camera vibes, without over-sharpening, without any funky stuff, no over-processed image, just good balance, good colors, good contrast. This is what camera market should be afraid of. Canon, Sony, and other crap that they give us to fight against smartphones. I mean their vlogging cameras like Sony ZV-1F. Look how far I can zoom with these photos. Could you even believe that this photo was made just on smartphone? This is portrait mode. Look how accurate it tries to cut out hairs. You can see individual hairs. Not only it cuts it, but tries to blend it in the autofocus areas. Some outside photos. It was shot in the evening without any sunlight. It was very cloudy, but I'm very happy with the results. This is night mode. In pitch black conditions, the only source of light was this small light bulb. I like the rendition of light, I like the contrast. Oppo is not the best one for taking landscapes, but this checks all the marks for me. For details, for contrast, for everything. Oh, we got some rain today, if you can hear it in the background. By the way, this is not portrait mode, this is natural bokeh from 1-inch sensor, or how I like to call it, almost 1 inch. And this is portrait mode with fake bokeh, but once again, I never ever saw a device trying to make such accurate cutout of hair. Oh, look at these details, I can zoom in that far, and we still can see lots of details. Oh, I love this. Not just for fine details, but overall for this look, for colors, for depth, for contrast, how it separates main subject from the background. This is not portrait mode, this is just natural photo from this phone with using these Hasselblads and Oppo's Black Magic for capturing such nice photos. I love this. I can't see mushiness, I can't see noise. Lack of contrast, I only see positives here. Really, I declare this smartphone a portrait king of 2024 till this date and portrait kings of all times among all smartphones. No way we can even closely compare it to Galaxy S24 Ultra, to iPhone 15 Pro Max. This is just unbeatable for now. We can only compare it with mirrorless cameras like Sony, Canon, and so on. By the way, let me do this right now. On the left you can see this is Sony ZV-10 with expensive Sigma lens, and this is on the right Oppo Find X7 Ultra. And this is not even fair for Oppo, because this is head photo and this is full torso photo. But you can see the idea. You can easily compare it with DSLR and mirrorless cameras right now. Oppo, Hasselblad, I love this. On the left you can see night photo from Sony ZV-10 APS-C camera with expensive lens, and on the right you can see the same photo made with smartphone. This is 6x telephoto lens, the worst among all, but you can still see lots of details if you zoom in. With nice daylight, it will still give you pretty much usable and even good results. I can easily print this and hang it on the wall. All these two photos made on Oppo. I feel like I need to stop, because I can go on and on, you get it. I love this phone, I love the results, especially portraits. I never saw such good portraits in the smartphone. This is just unbeatable. If you want the best of the best in the smartphone market in terms of portraits, I feel like you just can't beat it. If you buy this phone, you won't regret it. I guarantee you. It has some AI stuff, like removing objects on photos, text correction, audio translation and transcribe. Some of it works only online on the BBK servers. I wish we have offline AI models directly on our phones. I do not like cloud. Cloud is just another man's computer. I trust only offline, locally trained stuff on my own devices and my own RAID server inside my closet. Video examples. To make it faster, it has very rock-solid optical stabilization, can film in 10-bit Dolby Vision HDR mode that records in Rec 2100 color space, has 4K 60 fps, unfortunately no 4K 120 fps or 4K 240 fps. Slow motion is mediocre and disappointing. Support for third-party programs like MC Pro 24 fps is rather restricted, can't use all lenses, no access to gyro stabilization, at least can use 10-bit lock. But one of the most impressive features of this phone is very nice microphones for audio recording. It records very good audio for filming ASRM, atmospheric sounds. I can hear all the details, birds singing in the distance, fire cracking in the fireplace. I love it. What I want to say in the end, this is solid device with nice set of features and cameras that surprised me in a good way, unlike Galaxy S24 Ultra that surprised me in the opposite bad way. This is what is really, I can call, camera potential for the future smartphones that uses algorithms and uses computation to predict and draw details, to simulate DSLR and mirrorless cameras, to add contrast, depth, details and give real photography vibes, instead of mushy swamp of noise and over-sharpened nightmares of the past era. See you in the future.